the main points I wanted to touch on that. Now I'm going to kind of show you guys something real quick on my other article that I'm working on. I'm going to be scheduling for either tomorrow or Monday. Working on a slideshow here. So this is really something that I think a lot of people who haven't been on the site a long time may not have seen tutorials on how to do slideshows. Slideshows are great. They are, SEO favorites, and every time somebody clicks the next page, you get an extra view. So if somebody looks at 3 different pages, you get 3 different views from the same person. So some people call them clickbait. It is what it is. Like I said, the SEO likes them, so that's why we do them. Anyway, this one here, this article I'm writing is about 3 Cleveland Browns who could be extended before 2021 season. And I've got my 3 players. I've already put this one together. So I'll show you guys how a good one will look. And as you can see, I still came out and I did my intro here, which was my meta description down here. I did my pictures. Now, if you remember, we only did the featured image on the one page. So we do the same thing on this one to get our featured image. And that has to be different from any of the ones in the slide. The big difference between the slides is you do one picture at the top of each page, and it has to be different than the featured image. So this one is pretty simple. I'm naming different players. When I do this, I do a quick intro, and then I jump right into my first player. Whenever we're doing a countdown, we usually start with, this is 3 players. So I start with 3 and count my way down to 1. So the third player is Ronnie Harrison. Got his picture up there, talk about him. As you can see, I put the link in here to his Pro Football Reference. Up here, I have the link to the Cleveland Browns. It looks like I did not do my second outbound link, so I'll have to figure that out, throw one in there. As a matter of fact, I'll do it real quick. I think I talked about free agency somewhere on here. Well, I talked about signing John Johnson. So what we'll do is I'll come on here, look for another link, and I'll just type in John Johnson. Should spell his name correctly. This takes a second, apparently. Here we go. And let's do grading the signing from Sam here. So we'll highlight that. And again, I'll come in here by signing John Johnson. And I'll just highlight all that since it's talking about signing John Johnson. And like I said, you can click here and do insert and add link. Or you can just do the paste shortcut. Now, when we're wanting to do another slide, I'm going to take these out and show you guys how to do it real quick. Okay. So adding a new slide is really simple. You're going to click Build Shortcode. And you're going to come down here to next slide. This one is just a simple countdown, so you're going to put number 2, insert shortcode, and that gives you the shortcode you want, but that does not create the next page. What creates the next page is this button right here. So you click this button for a new slide, and you're good to go. Now, as you see with Ronnie Harrison's name, and then at the top of each slide, I did the same thing. I made the article, this stand out by using a heading 2. In the past, we've used a heading 3. For some reason now, FanSide is asking us to use heading 2. I just do it. It actually looks fine, so I don't really understand the difference between it, but whatever. And then again, as you see, I've got caught a mistake right here. This should say number 1. You see how easy that was to edit. When you find a mistake, you can just click the button and click the little pencil mark there. Nick Chubb's our number 1 player that could be extended. And as you see, I got my article all done. Now I want to put in my next slide. I just don't know what I just clicked on. So for my next slide this time, let's use 3. We talked about 3 Browns who could be extended. Let's throw in 3 that could be cut, including a DPD favorite, Mack Wilson. My computer's acting up today. All right, so 3, and then I kind of trim this down sometimes because it looks funky. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. If there's too much writing, And you kind of hit the short code in there, and you see how big that block is. That looks kind of funky to me, so I try to trim this up a little bit so that it's a little smaller block right there. Okay, so this article here is ready to go. You guys won't have the schedule button. Instead, you'll have the one that says submit for review. So once that's ready, you'll just click that. Another quick thing I want to show everybody, this SEO button, I know sometimes it can be a little crazy. A couple of tips to try and get it. Sometimes it's something as simple as, I mean, you can read all these down here, but sometimes it's as simple as we don't have the alternate text here. So you might want to click on it on different images and just see. You can click the edit button on the ones in the article, make sure the alternative text is there. Sometimes that's the issue. Other times the slug might be a little bit long, or you know, there was a little yellow thing here saying my slug was long, and now it's gone. Sometimes that could be the problem, or you might have a stop word in there. Stop word, I believe. Stuff like if, the, things like that might be stop words. And there it goes. No, that went for, yeah, it contains stop words, and the slug's a bit long. So I take these out, and I turn my volume up apparently. Now you see those are gone as well. It says you've not used your focus keyword in any H2. Sometimes it's hard to find a way to just write Cleveland Browns in here, but sometimes if you do that, if it's giving you a really hard time and you can put it in there to where it makes sense, that could help as well. But that's about it. That's everything that I can really think of. I know that's a real quick rundown, but hopefully that helps you guys out, gives you a few little pointers. Like I said, I know the biggest thing for most people is trying to figure out how to do those slideshows. So hopefully that clears it up for some of you guys that are newer. As always, reach out and let me know if you have any questions, and keep up the great work, man. Appreciate all of you.